Well, a blast from the past. Another former White House press secretary is out there making the rounds, doing some press. It seems like Karine Jean-Pierre and Jen Psaki, okay, the redhead who would always say circle back. It seems like Miss Binder and Miss Circle Back are in competition this week to be the most insufferable, obnoxious former White House press secretary. So Jen Psaki, she went on the I've Had It podcast with our favorite Jennifer Welch, and here's what she had to say about JD Vance and his wife.
I think the little Manchurian candidate, JD Vance, wants to be president more than anything else.
Yeah.
I always wonder what's going on in the mind of his wife. Like,
Agreed.
Are you okay? Please blink 4 times.
Yes.
We'll come over here. We'll save you. And that he's willing to do anything to get there. And that your whole iteration you just outlined, I mean, he's scarier in certain ways.
He's smarter.
In some ways. And he's young.
It seems like the new Democratic talking point is to attack JD Vance and his wife, Usha. And it's very clear, right? The Democrats, they lay out their playbook very easily. It's like looking at a window that's just been cleaned with Windex, okay? The Democrat Party, they know JD Vance is going to be very hard to beat. He will more than likely be the nominee in 2028. So what are they doing? They're trying to attack him with these ad hominem attacks, okay? They're attacking his wife, his family, they're bringing his kids into it. These aren't just policy attacks, they're trying to tear down his character. And a lot of this seems to be coming from women, especially Jennifer Welch, who is sitting there on that podcast. There is nobody more racist and divisive, in my opinion, than Jennifer Welch. She's the one who said that Trump voters shouldn't be able to eat at Mexican restaurants because they voted for Trump, that they had to go and eat at Cracker Barrel. Well, what's wrong with that? I love a good Cracker Barrel, and I like the old logo. But nonetheless, Jennifer Welch, I think this is a perfect podcast for Jen Psaki to go on because they're all ridiculous, insufferable women who have Trump derangement syndrome. But I really also think with Jen Psaki, what it is this, okay? There is an attack on alpha males coming from the left, right? If you're on the left, masculinity is toxic. If a guy tries to explain something, he's mansplaining, right? If a guy sits too comfortably, he's manspreading, okay? That's why you see Barack Obama, he's got body language like this, little beta male, body language. So there's this attack on masculinity, right? Men have been denigrated on the left. There's sort of this feminist movement of like, F men, we don't need men. And I think Jen Psaki is really upset. I think she's upset that she has to go home to her little beta male pussy doughboy husband every single day. And that Usha Vance, she gets to go home to the vice president of the United States, who's a former Marine, who's fit, who knows how to shoot a gun and has ocean blue eyes. I think that's what Jen Psaki is really mad about. I think the reason these women on the left, like Jen Psaki and Karine Jean-Pierre and Jennifer Welch, and Kamala Harris, they're all mad. They're all mad about JD Vance because they secretly deep down want an alpha male. I think in their heart of hearts, they wish they had an alpha male like JD Vance who would protect the home, who knows how to get in the ring and get shit done. Sorry, pardon my French if my mom's Bible study is watching. But nonetheless, I think they really want a man who can go in there and get things done, but they're going and protesting too much. And these attacks on Usha Vance are also very bizarre for another reason. Usha Vance, right? If she were a Democrat and had a D next to her name, they would love her, all right? She's apparently of South Asian descent. She's not white. Her family immigrated here. She is someone that the left would normally love and put on a pedestal, but she committed the worst sin you can as a woman to these sort of feminists, which is being married to a Republican and being a Republican. It's sort of like First Lady Melania Trump, right? First Lady Melania Trump, she's an immigrant. She speaks 5 languages. She's beautiful. She's from Slovenia. She's self-made. If she were a Democrat, they would be putting her on the cover of Vogue every single week, okay? They'd be giving her awards, like they give Meghan Markle awards for doing bupkis, okay? I've reached my quota of curse words in this episode. But they give these awards out to all these Democrat women who do absolutely nothing. But Usha Vance and Melania Trump are so maligned by women on the left because they happen to be married to Republicans. So y'all go back to the drawing board. Jen Psaki, you can continue to attack JD Vance all you want. When the Democrats find a decent candidate for 2028, then we can talk. And the last thing I want to say, we've been covering Jennifer Welch here on the podcast, Jennifer Welch. I just think there's not a more disgusting woman right now in sort of the podcast space. She's a Democratic shill. She pushes their talking points. She attacked a black family for moving into her neighborhood and putting up a MAGA sign because apparently you have to just vote based off of skin color. If you're black, you can't support Trump. Well, I've gotten some emails since our last episode on Jennifer Welch, and I got this email at 6 this morning. Hello, Link. I love you. I think you're great. Just a little bit of tea on Jennifer Welch. She has always been this way and type of person. I went to high school with her and she actually looked exactly the same back then, so her look is natural, not botched. LOL, have fun with that. Oh, and her attitude and personality, same ugly back then as it is now. I've never reached out to anyone about anyone before. That's not my style, so please don't use my name in any type of reference. I like staying in the background, but I can't stand her and her disgusting comments. Keep up your awesome work. So Jennifer Welch's own people don't like her. I've got messages from people in Jennifer Welch's community, okay, telling me what's going on in her home. So I think some of these women need to worry about their side of the street and their homes. It's clear that they're hurting. When they walk in the door at night and they see their husbands, it's clear, in my opinion, they're hurting. There's something wrong going on with you, because for y'all to lash out so much and be worried about everyone else's marriage, you're worried about JD Vance's marriage, you're worried about President Trump's marriage, you're hating Republicans, there's something hurting inside of you. So I will pray for all of you women. But Jen Psaki, you're really at the bottom of the barrel, scraping. Let's talk about Peak, a luxury brand transforming wellness with the absolute best, rare and precious plants, cutting-edge ingredients, and formulations rooted in traditional wisdom. Their science-backed botanicals, minerals, and supplements support sustained energy, metabolic function, immune health, and radiant skin. Peak is proud to introduce Sun Goddess Matcha, an organic, ceremonial superfood blend that redefines your daily routine. Crafted from the purest tea leaves, it provides a smooth, sustained energy for a calm mind and a radiant glow. The nutrients in their matcha can help curb sugar and hunger cravings, making it easier to stick to your wellness goals, and their matcha is 100% organic. Peak picks me up when I'm feeling under the weather, especially with the seasons changing. Unlock your healthiest glow and feel the difference. Get up to 20% off for life, a complimentary gift, and explore Peak's clean, pure ingredient wellness rituals at peaklife.com/link. That's PIQUE life.com/link.